They got there. They got there.
All right.
It did take some doing, but you know,
What's his pick? I didn't pay attention. All right, so we got Roy.
PS2.
Okay, of course.
Because you know what they say, PS2 make the best games.
Absolutely. We have Roy versus Sephiroth here.
Right.
Speaking of PS2, we got Sephiroth.
Oh yeah, that's. I wish they ran it for PS2, but now that they make none, so I'm not good. Okay, so we definitely haven't seen these guys before.
Yeah, let's see, what can I say about the Roy-Sephiroth matchup? I mean, obviously, both have swords, both have very different uses for them, though. Roy wants to... Oh my goodness!
Do that, honestly.
Yeah!
He wants to
Honestly,
hit you hard and hit you fast. Sephiroth is much more about playing the spacing game. He's got a lot more
and like,
to work with when it comes to his mid-range. And having a few projectiles definitely makes it easier to throw against Roy. But once Roy gets in, he's absolutely got the pressure to go. Missing the counter there. It would have been big if he got it, but I just wasn't ready for it, or was ready for it.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Ivy's just not letting Hyde breathe right now. But it looks like, okay, that counter off stage, that's
didn't
so
kill,
big versus Roy.
But, you know, I don't know if he would have made it back, but now he absolutely didn't. Alright, still has the wing out, so this is going to be really bad for Ivy coming up. But we've definitely seen him make good and bad situations before.
Yeah, I mean, Hyde at high percent, and he just dies there. So many... If Roy has you at high percent, that is so good for Roy. It does not matter if you have one wing or limit or go or anything like that. He can just kill you sometimes, you know?
Hyde again there. He is using the beginning of the charge, but not actually following through. He uses it just as a distraction so he can rush in himself.
And...
Oh.
Alright, we got another... Okay, not quite.
No,
Hyde
he's able to get
that was
something.
interesting.
Yeah, he uses the Fenna Footstool to escape the combo there.
Alright.
Oh.
And it's neutral air.
While this is, this is still anyone's game.
That ledge. Both these characters are so good at ledge trapping too. It's a very interesting matchup because like these characters kind of have similar strengths in a way. They're both good at ledge trapping. They have sort of good pressure in very different ways, but
they have versatile FBs. Of course, Sephiroth is much more so than Roy, but Roy being able to angle it like that and with the multi-hit proproperty, he is able to recover pretty well.
Oh, of course. Although Sephiroth, we have seen him use counter against that up B, and that has worked pretty well. So
ooh, that's good dodge there, able to knock off Sephiroth.
Could be an issue for Ivy in the future, but I think for right now, Ivy is really just not letting himself get knocked off stage. He's, you know, keeping stage control like he's been doing every other match.
Ooh, but now that he's off, I don't know what.
Ooh, that counter,
on the up B.
Like I said, that counter is going to be not very fun for Ivy. And Hyde takes game one.
Alright. So for the most part, we've seen Ivy only play Roy, but we've seen. Oh, where are we going? All right, Town City. But we have seen Hyde pull out the Cloud in the past, but I don't think he will because he's already.
He's
not a commanding lead, but he is ahead, and he probably wants to stick with what's working right now.
Right. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right. I think Hyde gets that.
One thing to say though is this is a interesting stage with the way the platforms move around, and when it's on FD, I'm pretty sure that's going to be in Sephiroth's favor there because there's not as much way for Roy to escape, and with Sephiroth just controlling so much space with all of his normals.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna like if he gets Roy in disadvantage, he's gonna have less chance to escape those up airs, and yeah, oh my goodness.
Oh, but when we have platforms at the ready, I think this is going to be pretty good for Roy. So
yeah, and getting that jab back air, taking the first stock.
Roy out here just hitting the invisible ghost. He's ready, keeping his hands warm.
Of course, he's got to keep swinging that sword. Oh my goodness, almost a shield break.
Yeah, got the poke because of the curse coming in.
Yeah, that is such a scary situation to be put in.
Brave stand-up, but he timed it well. So he was able to get up there.
Goodness.
Oh, percent.
Okay, I mean...
Okay. On the shield coming out. Roy's applying this pressure. This is Roy's game right now.
This is Ivy is definitely taking control of this game. He obviously is not too satisfied about losing game one, and he wants to be able to take game two.
Yeah, Sephiroth's down smash, while it's really strong, it's not as laggy as people think it is, so missing the running grab there. Going for the Blazer
Oh,
again.
okay.
It can 2-frame, but it is not.
Oh my
very
goodness!
consistent.
Hitting all these sour spots right now. Not super good for Ivy, but you know he's got insurance. He's got an extra stock, and he's got that up throw that kills. Oh my goodness! Let's see what
a really good lead for Ivy right now.
Yeah. You gotta okay, and he is extending that lead.
Wing coming out at only 40% right
These
now.
characters can really just snowball.
Oh
and
my
speaking of
goodness!
Which, that side B just destroys him. A 3-stock from Ivy.
The patient side B there, hitting multiple angles on it.
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely incredible play there.
Absolutely, like.
Do you think we're gonna see Cloud now after such a commanding victory?
Maybe, because it felt like Ivy had really figured out Hyde there. Like
Smashville. It's a much smaller stage, so I can see him saying Sephiroth. Yep, Sephiroth would be a really good choice here.
Okay. I mean, I guess, you know, just because you lose once doesn't mean it's over.
Right, stick to your guns.
I respect it, you know. God.
And it's Saturday night. KK Slider is out. We've heard him before tonight.
Just vibing, playing some tunes for us. I mean, we can't hear him, but I'm sure you can.
All right, getting the train going.
Oh my goodness.
That was an unsafe recovery, but looks like Ivy just really wasn't expecting it. Oh, lots of damage.
Yeah.
Another unsafe recovery, and Ivy just not ready with the follow-up. Good landing there. Oh, interesting trade. Again, with the charging of neutral B and then not following through with it, it's just a way, and again, right there. And again, that is one of Hyde's favorite things. He's able to, like, control an option there because you don't know, like, right there, he did release it, so you never know when he's going to or when he's just doing it to play with your mind.
That's such a good mix-up, and also each stage of neutral B goes a different distance.
Different distance and different powers. So.
Yeah, so you gotta be mindful of that, too. And I think that's part of what makes Sephiroth such a tough character to play against. There's so much stuff to keep in mind. Oh my goodness, that forward tilt, is that going to be it? Oh yeah,
and
that
again
counter's
with the
going to do
drop down
it.
counter. Honestly, I think this might be why he wants to say Sephiroth. He knows that works when Roy recovers low, and he just wants to keep it up. Ooh, good parry. Messed up the timing there, so he was able to escape even though the second one made contact.
Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get this ledge trap. Oh my goodness.
Get it back. Got that
Hyde
double
is going
jump.
so low. Obviously, he knows he can because he has one wing. And Sephiroth has a pretty solid recovery, but... See, oh my goodness, he gets...
I wonder if that was a mistake there, because while that's really helpful on some stages, there's just not enough under the stage to grab onto that's a pretty exploitable ring to go for.
Yeah, I mean... it's definitely... Hyde definitely loves taking these risks. He definitely...
Solid ball. Solid
and
forward
it pays
air.
out. I mean, that forward air, pretty good. Just takes out another stock. We could see a reverse of what happened last game.
Now we have seen Ivy come back from these and just absolutely dominate a stock. So
that is
true.
Still Roy is a pretty
Ivy's
explosive
game.
character. Definitely not the type you ever want to count out.
All right.
Especially because Sephiroth is pretty light for his size. Definitely sort of like Mewtwo, where he's a big body but a lightweight. And that could prove to be an issue if Ivy can keep getting these openings.
Absolutely, and not to mention that because Sephiroth is a stock ahead, he's going to be getting his wing later than he would normally. So this could potentially just mean really, this could be big damage for Roy. He's able to get into higher percent and kill him before wing becomes a threat. Already to 66.
Oh my goodness, an unfortunate SD. This could be what Ivy needs. But let's see what happens.
It is entirely anyone's game still. A lot of just empty short hops here, trying to psych him out.
Air off stage. Ivy air dodges back. Alright, we're getting the falling up airs. Ivy is so good at those, but Hyde knows it's coming.
Ooh, good spot dodge.
And the neutral air. Oh, but it's just not going to be enough. Hyde takes game 3. Game 3. Man, these have been some crazy matches, I gotta say.
Honestly, like, I know that a lot of people are against just the sheer amount of sword fighters in Smash, but I always love watching, like, sword duels. The way they play, just the elegance of their jumps.
I mean, I think Roy and Sephiroth are definitely a lot of fun to watch. Like, I'm glad they're in the game, Like, we could talk about the amount of each archetype, but I think individually, the sword fighters have all been, like, relatively good. Obviously, they're all not going to be winners, but...
And there is overlap in their movesets, but as we can see here, just because they have similarities throughout does not mean they play the same. Sephiroth here controlling a lot more horizontal space as he goes, and Roy just much more rushdown. Sweet spots near the hilt, gotta get in, gotta hit just like that.
I would consider Roy more like rushdown than swordy, honestly.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's got the sword, but really what he wants to do is hit you with the hilt. He wants that sweet spot. Oh my goodness, these planks right now.
Ooh, bad spot dodge there.
Yeah. Let's see what it... Oh.
Another hot spot dodge. I don't know if this is Ivy being flustered or Hyde coming into his own here.
I mean, who knows really? Oh my goodness, back air. Back air.
Ooh, missed the grab at point blank.
That happens sometimes. I don't know why, but it happens.
It's an interesting quirk of the... Ooh! Got
Jab
the
back
jitter right
air,
there.
The classic. Alright.
Okay, neutral
We're
air.
getting some stuff.
Weak hit up
Sour
air.
spot.
Able to
Pretty
escape
unfortunate.
there.
But we're getting... Oh my goodness.
Alright, so another... I don't know why he went for the grab right there. Probably just expecting a roll. Ooh!
Looks like he caught 2 of the jumps. Hyde tries to grab
Hyde doesn't make it back. Another 3-to-1 stock scenario here.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Can Hyde get back, or is Ivy just going to...
Ooh, unfortunate SD from
gosh.
Ivy. He got a lot of damage, but unfortunately that gave Sephiroth wing.
Yeah, and now Hyde is in a good position, but so is Ivy. They both could easily take this game, but it looks like Ivy is going... Ivy looks like he's in the advantage right now.
Unfortunate
there.
there.
We'll see. That little sword, that was a...
That is a long plank right there.
Yeah. They had to recover a bit. Very cinematic kind of.
Up air? Up air?
Oh my goodness, these up airs are so good. Oh, but that
And
jab
another...
back air, that is going to take it to game 5. We're having a lot of game 5s here, I will say.
It's really starting to speak to the caliber of player on UK's campus, and in the Lexington community at large, we have grown so much in the past 2 years alone.
Absolutely.
And seeing just the caliber of player we have here on campus is honestly incredible.
Yeah, especially because 2 of these game 5s have been against Ace, who's been like the best player in Kentucky as far as I know.
He's absolutely, even if he is not the best, he's always been considered the best.
Oh yeah, like I've said. Oh my goodness,
Ridley?
Hyde is going for Ridley.
He hasn't selected.
Okay, wait, no, back to okay. Hold on, let's wait until he picks. This is suspenseful. I'm like on the edge of my seat right now.
I'm really interested to see, because he has pulled out Ridley before to great effect. He did so against Itchy Boy earlier. He has done so at lower states and bracket. Unfortunately, those were not on stream, but he is known to do this. He did it!
He is going Ridley. Obviously, this has worked before. I'm pretty sure he's even won a tournament with Ridley, but, you know, Ivy has been getting these big combos, and now with Ridley...
And Ridley on PS2,
going to get bigger.
Ridley on PS2 is probably a better choice. There's a lot of space to work with, but unfortunately that means a lot of pain train for Roy to build up.
Yeah, and already at 42%, Ridley being such a big body is just going to be easy fodder for these combos. In fact, I get the feeling that Ridley might have been used for combo practice.
At some point, yes.
Yeah,
early.
like...
But Ridley does have the projectile. He can control space if he's up on a platform. He has some setups, and Hyde's been shown that he can work with them. He's able to use the narrative as a really good get off me.
That is true. People like to paint Ridley as just a very bad character, but he still has sauce. He is still a solid character.
As we see right here, he's already taken a stock from Ivy's Roy.
Right? I do think people kind of sleep on Ridley. They do the whole, funny big character, but, you know, Ridley, he's got stuff.
People always love to point out, oh, Ridley's lighter than Samus. Well, that's fine. He's able to do a lot of work with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got this really good, these really strong nair.
Using the get up attack as a get off me there. Good patience. Great situational awareness. Ooh, forward air.
Jab, Jordan air.
Forward air. All right. While there is still a percent lead,
Alright, let's see.
but it doesn't look like it's going to last for too long if he keeps it
Yeah.
up like that, keeping Ridley off stage. Ridley has a few jumps and a few ways to mix up his recovery, but it's...
Also, I can't imagine
Alright, able to get it
Ridley's
back.
going to be pretty susceptible to ledge traps if he's so big. He's
and
probably has
like
a lot
that,
of Ridley to
it's
hit.
been evened up.
Yeah, this is an even game now.
We see here
Even
the
kind of
absolute...
in Ivy's favor. I mean, if he can keep these ledge traps up, Hyde is not going to have a very good time. And
Ooh,
then
hitting
that
a
forward
blazer.
neutral B.
Or, I actually don't remember what it's called. I think it's called Flare Blade. So.
I was calling it Eruption earlier.
I think that's Ike's, actually.
I know, they feel similar to me. They're both
That's
just,
fair. But yeah, we saw there Roy's incredible ledge trapping potential. Ridley has multiple jumps. He can mix up his recovery, but he wasn't able to get on against Roy, and he took the stock for it, or lost the stock for it.
Now we're getting more of this. Oh my goodness. Hyde at his tournament stock right now, and it is not looking super great. I mean, he can get a kill on Ivy and even it up, but first he has to get to Ivy, which has not been easy, but it looks like he's doing it now with that forward tilt.
Ooh, just a little early with
Oh
that
no!
forward tilt, trying to catch the
That's
get
not
up.
very
And
good.
he's staying in the air. He's getting juggled. He used a jump early. He was able to get
Oh.
down with an air dodge. Taking Roy off stage. Ooh, misplaced those
Okay.
plasma balls. Wasn't able to get the full punish here.
Oh my goodness, but that side B that's going to take
All
the
right,
stock.
back to even stocks.
Alright, yep, and now both players on their last stock. Ivy has the percent lead, but, you know, this is Roy.
And hits
he
another
hits a Blazer.
Flare Blade.
It doesn't matter. Flare Blade,
Blazer, whatever it
Eruption,
is.
it doesn't matter. It worked. Ivy moves to Grand Finals. He is going to get the run back against A Star the Third.